Dating becomes so much more enjoyable once you get on body game. And this always comes up, man. I was recently on a date a couple hours ago, and she was talking about how guys be so weird, and I was asking her what makes a guy weird and stuff like that. And I said, what's funny though? If you were attracted to that man, you might look past a lot of that stuff, or you might even be attracted to it. And I was talking about how, sometimes you go to the club. I don't really go to the club like that, but I've seen this before. There'll be a girl dancing. And if someone comes up to her and starts dancing behind her, depending who comes up to her is gonna depend if she's into it or not. Now, some chicks, they just like to taunt people. Some chicks, they only dance with their friends, no matter who's in there. But the vast majority of women, depending who jumps behind them is gonna depend on their reaction. Some of these chicks, they start throwing it back like crazy if she turns around and she's super attracted to the guy. Now, if she's not attracted to the guy, if he's fat, sloppy, nasty looking, she gonna look back and have this disgusted face. And she almost gonna be looking like she got taken advantage of. That's the type of face she's gonna have on. And I was telling her that, there's a lot of times where it just depends on the person, if it's creepy, if it's weird. But if a guy you were attracted to did the same exact thing, you might be into it. You might even get turned on by it. And that's why I always tell guys, it's so important to really focus on who you are. Because guys are so much looking for, what's the one thing I can do? And I always talk about body game, because the body game doesn't just change your physique, it changes your mindset too. It changes the self-belief. It gives you accomplishment so you can keep building on top of that. And that's why I always tell guys, like, there's not just one quick fix to anything. Guys always like, what's the one place I can go? What's the one pickup line I can say? What's the one? It's like, well, it's about who you are. It's about multitude of things. Who makes up you? Now, the body game's gonna do the most more than anything else, But at the same time, it's about who you are as a person, who you are as a man. But the body game overlaps so much, But I always see that, man. Women were talking about, oh, he this weirdo, They're like, if you were attracted to that guy, he wanted to be a weirdo. What makes him a weirdo is you're not attracted to him. Now, I'm not saying that a guy can't be attractive and do some weird shit and turn a chick off. There's plenty of guys like that. They might be attractive, but their personalities are straight garbage, but they get a lot more leeway. They get a lot more leeway, dog. So that's just one thing I really realized, man. When you're on body game, you get a lot more leeway. And that's why I said, I'll be quick to ask for stuff. Yeah, I'll be quick to ask for stuff. Like I talked about mac and cheese girls and other situations like that in the past where it's like, I hardly know a chick and she already whipping up a meal for me. It might be the first date, shawty paying. I don't have an issue with that because I know I'm valuable, And once you really feel like you valuable and you hard to replace, you're okay with not trying to impress people because the value's there. I heard the minority say it. I don't know if they came up with it, but they say when you're impressive, you don't have to try to impress. So when you focus on yourself, when you work on yourself, when you work on a body game, when you chase the best version of yourself, you don't have to try to please people. And she was also telling me how one time she was talking to a dude and she pretty much told the guy, like, look, I'm good on you. Like, I can tell this isn't gonna work, I'm good on you. And she was like, he got super mad, he started cussing me out, sending me paragraphs. I said, oh yeah, that brother got the wrong mindset. I said, he should be happy. She's like, that's what I would think too. Because this girl, she was telling me how she, a lot of time when she turns down a guy, she'll tell him a whole bunch of lies. Oh, I don't have my phone on me. Oh, this actually is my phone. This is my homegirl's phone. Oh, I don't really use social media. Oh, I'm not comfortable giving out my number to strangers. She'll say all this bullshit, right? And I was like, why do chicks do that? Now I kind of already know. And she like, this dude, that's crazy out here. Some dudes can't handle rejection. And she like, I saw it that one time when I cut this dude off, like, look, I can tell it's not going anywhere. And he started getting mad. It's like, but if he was a man worth anything, if he was a man with any type of awareness, he'd say, okay, I've been talking to this girl for four days. I didn't spend any money on her. And she telling me she's not fucking with me. I should be happy and go about my day. But see, guys that don't have any option, that's when they cling on to the one option they thought they had. Really, she was probably never fucking with him to begin with. He hardly got her. He hardly got her in the conversation. So now when she like, look, this isn't going anywhere, instead of being happy that shawty ain't trying to fuck with you, I'll be glad. I'll be glad. As soon as a girl shows me she's not fucking with me, okay, on to the next. I'm not sweating that shit at all. I'm not wasting time at all. Like, why the hell would you get mad at a chick letting you know what it is. You should be mad at these chicks that play games and string you along and bullshit you on for like weeks or months. That's when I understand you frustrated. And even then, you keep that shit pushing. Stop wasting so much time. But you're like, a lot of dudes can't handle the truth. A lot of dudes live in la la fairyland. They want to be lied to. And that's why I would say, like, a lot of guys think they're so logical, but they're not. But no, that's why the body game is so crucial. Because it makes dating more enjoyable, because a lot of things that you used to do that might be seen as weird or awkward, she might be into it just off of who you are, While a guy is a shit ass, one of these big back boys, he could do the same shit as the dude that was attractive that she got turned on by, and she's not attracted to it. And that's why I tell guys, like, they don't realize how important body game is. They think they can get some pickup lines, They think they can learn some pickup lines and that's gonna save the day. And then I'm like, but it don't matter how smooth you are, the mouthy. When she looked at your body, she was like, he can't get none of this. He not getting any cat. As soon as she saw you, she already knew you weren't getting any cat. She already put you in that category of friends at most. So that's why the body game is so crucial, dog, because a lot of guys are getting disqualified for your body and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize it. Now, I'm not saying body game is the end all be all, but a lot of guys are getting disqualified, especially if you are obese, or especially if you're extremely scrawny. A lot of chicks will look at you and they already done wrote you off. And that confirmation bias, when someone makes their mind up about something, she wants to stick to that. Most of us humans are hard-headed. We want to stick to our beliefs. So as soon as she's like, oh, he's scrawny, he's not gonna be a solid guy, she wants to stick to that. As soon as she sees that you overweight, you a big back, you look like one of these big back, balloon back whale chicks, got all these rolls on your back, when she looks at you like that, she's like, he probably stinks. His meat probably go inside. You know what I'm saying? He probably can't see his dick. So she start assuming all these negative things. Well, you already out the game. Your chances are already zero, just off the way you look. And then instead of, most of these chicks, they're not gonna keep it real with you. They're gonna lie. They're gonna drag you along, and then you put in all this effort, and she keeps you around because she likes the attention. She likes the attention, or she doesn't want to let you down hard because some of these dudes be weirdos. So now all your dating life is trying to please this woman that really doesn't fuck with you. And I was telling my homie the other day, I said, cause he was telling me how he done had girls like really crazy about him in the past, like on some nut shit. Now I said, I ain't never had no women on no nut shit. But I said, I done had chicks where it's like, I know if I needed money, like if I really needed something from them, they're gonna get it to me. Like some chick that really, really down for you. I said, I done had a couple of chicks like that. And I said, that's really the only chicks I prefer, that is really down for me. If I need some money, if they need to pay for it, then if they need to do this, if they need to do that, if I need a hand, they're gonna come through. Not one of these chicks that, she got a cute face, but she really don't fuck with me. She paid one meal, she looking at me sideways like, I had to pay. I don't like that shit. When you feel like you hardly got it, man, I don't like it when I feel like I hardly got a chick. No, I want that chick to like really feel like she down for me. Worst case scenario, she not going anywhere. She right where she wanna be. I say, if I don't have a chick like that, I damn near don't even want the chick, dog. I damn near don't even want the chick, dog. Because I've had women treat me so well that now it's like, if I deal with one of these chicks that's like super combative, I'm just like, yeah, I'm good on you. It's no stress and no arguing, there's no back and forth. It's just like, I'm good on you. You're not what I'm looking for. We don't align, that's perfectly fine. I'm not wasting any more time, So that's why body game is so important, dog. Because a lot of guys don't realize that a lot of these chicks is writing you off the gate. So that's why your dating life is so difficult, because she looks at your body and she already having all these negative assumptions about you. So now you're fighting an uphill battle that you could never win, And I'm not saying guys can never, ever, but it's like you are fighting at such a great disadvantage. If your dating life is suffering and you're not on body game, that's the first thing you need to do, is get your physical together. Mind, body, soul, it's all connected, dog. So that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.